All right, guys, I just got done watching The Gray Man on Netflix, directed by the Russo brothers. Yeah, like you guys, if you guys watch the channel, you know I'm a big advocate of the Russo brothers directing another film in the MCU. I'm a fan of theirs, and I'm gonna stay 10 toes deep on that regardless of how this movie is. I know people are going to pick up some ammo from this movie and use it against me, but guess what? The Russo's track record says everything we need to know, but that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about this movie right here. I will tell you guys off rip that this is one of those movies where you have to turn your brain off, sit back, and enjoy the ride. Yeah, because if you go into this movie as a movie critic, you're going to be thoroughly disappointed because the plot and the story, the way it developed, it gets muddied and messy and all over the place down the line. But if you can ignore those things and just look at this as an action spy thriller movie, a popcorn summer blockbuster, if you're interested in seeing people just beating the brakes off each other and great action sequences with explosions and car chase a la Michael Bay films, then this is the movie for you. You'll like it. You'll sit back and enjoy it. And this movie is 2 hours long and you don't even feel it at all. And it's not because I'm a fan of the Russo brothers. I'm a fan of movies that just has a lot of action in it. Now, on top of that, what I will say, one of the positives is the actors in this film. I think Ryan Gosling playing Six in this movie, he does a really good job. It kind of reminds me of his character in Driver, which isn't a bad thing, where he's this person, he's like, I don't want to talk to anybody or do anything unless it has to do with the mission at hand, which is to get back someone who's important to him. And this movie's plot is basically the bad guy wants something, he couldn't get it, he goes and kidnaps somebody, and the person he kidnaps the person from, they're going to come after them to come retrieve that person, which is basically the whole plot of the movie Taken. But it doesn't bother me at all. Even though that type of plot is very basic, if they do one or two things in any movie with this, I'm going to enjoy it. Either A, you start adding some complexities and layers to the characters and to the point where the climax of the film feels like this huge payoff, or the other side is that you take this basic story, you add a bunch of action on there, you keep me entertained, you keep me impressed, and I'm happy. I go out a happy camper. And I think that's exactly what they do in this film. Also, in addition to that, I feel like Chris Evans playing this character who's completely the opposite of the character that he played in the MCU as Captain America is interesting choice for him. I mean, I know that we have this whole thing where the Russos love to direct Chris Evans, but I think he does a great job in this film playing Lloyd. As he slowly goes insane down the line, he's the antagonist. And I think he does a really, really good job. I would like to see someone do a spoof, or even Chris Evans himself do a spoof where Lloyd meets meets Captain America. I think that would be a great thing to do. But again, that's neither here nor there. The other person that really impressed me was Ana de Armas. I think she does a great job in her role. But the thing is, I would say that although she does share a lot of screen time, one of the negatives I will say about this film is when it comes to characters like her and any side characters, they are the very definition of a side character. For her, she does a lot more than the other side characters, but most of the side characters, if you're that, then you're staying on the side, right? Literally, you're not going to have too much influence of what's going on. You may push the plot forward just a little bit, but at most, you're not really doing much in this film. And I feel like a lot of the characters are very basic. Like Billy Bob Thornton's character is super, super, super basic. And that's not on the fault of the actors. It's the fault of basically the script they were given, and I'll give that to the Russo brothers. That's their fault. The other thing that I can say that's negative about this film is when it comes to the action sequences, even though I love them, you can see some of the CGI gets kind of weird here and there. And sometimes the camera angles and the shots can take you out of the action sequences. And I don't like when that happens. Sometimes they'll do a quick cut and you're like, wait, whoa, what just happened? Where'd you go? What? Like sometimes it does that, or sometimes it'll be a conclusion of a certain part of the movie and it just cuts off and you're like, I wasn't done. There are the one camera trick that I don't really like yet. I haven't grown on it yet, and that is the drone camera view. The last time I've seen it done was in, I think, Ambulance by Michael Bay, and there was nothing about that view that impressed me. Nothing about it made me feel like, oh, this makes sense. This adds to this makes this cinematically look great. Like it just was like, okay, well, that's a drone view, but it just, no one has used it where it made me feel like I was impressed by it. But besides all of that, I will say this is a great action film. Will it be remembered after now? I don't know. Is it a classic? I wouldn't say that at all. Is it one of the best Russo movies? I wouldn't say that either. But it is exactly what it's meant to be. It is an action spy thriller, kind of like Mission Impossible, or given the Bourne series, or any other movie that you could think of within that genre. This is one of those. And what you would get out of those is basically what you get out of this one. But anyways, have you guys seen the movie? Are you guys expecting to watch the movies? What did you like? What did you didn't like? Talk to me in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Salute, peace, have a good day.